Hi guys, I'll do the watch sale at the end. This video has chapters, so feel free to skip to the watch sale at the end. My camera broke and I had to order new camera equipment. I'm recording this video on my camcorder. The new camera was an extremely painful economic hit for me, but the good news is that another person has generously agreed to lend me a watch to review. The disadvantage to begging for money is that only about a third of the money can get converted back to cash after I've bought a new watch with it. This is because I'm hit with a 6% sales tax, a 15% eBay commission, and I'm only getting about half the watch's original value when I resell it. I'll continue to buy new watches, but loans save me an awesome amount of money. And they also afford me the opportunity to review lesser known micro brands that I wouldn't ordinarily review due to the low popularity of these types of watches and the poor resale value of these types of watches. I'm not asking for new loans for now, as I want to review the stockpile of watches I already have before asking for more loans. But I hugely appreciate the two individuals who have so generously reached out to me to help me. I I can't tell you how much easier this makes my life. I'm really moving up in the watch world. I've got my first invitation to become a watch whore. I got a letter from Tracy, and I'll read the first paragraph now. Hello, my dear friend. This is Tracy from the Z Banks team, which aims to connect the best influencers in the world. We're glad to find you on YouTube. Very impressed and professional. I'm sorry. I love your video so much. I bet she says that to all the guys. Now we are trying to find some influencers to promote our Seagull Watch on YouTube, and you may be a fit. First of all, I'm offended by being called an influencer. I'm a fucking reviewer. I doubt very much that Tracy has even watched my videos, let alone loved any of them. I checked out her Seagull watches, and they are some of the weirdest and most grotesque watches I've ever seen. I'm not, making a joke here. They really are. Check them out. I'm sure you've already seen them because, like, all the other watch whores are reviewing this watch. I know this because I've seen their reviews. Tracy is offering me free products, additional surprises, and increased budgets or giveaways. I politely declined. If a watch company wanted to give me a free watch to promote that looked and spec'd reasonably, I'd be willing to show the watch to my viewers, and I'd even take some pretty video of it. But it'd be a real conflict of interest if I reviewed the watch, now wouldn't it? I only have time for Q&A from Alex. Alex posted his question recently in my PCAT review that I did over 2 years ago. For some weird reason, this review remains one of my biggest breadwinners. I'm surprised Citizen is still making the PCAT. Citizen cancels watches faster than the woke movement cancels people. Alex writes, thank you for the great review. Now that you have thoroughly experienced the PCAT, at what price would you be comfortable recommending for purchase? I haven't rewatched the video and I only have a vague memory of the PCAT. I, of course, sold it as soon as possible. I don't follow Citizen Eco Drives these days as I've reviewed one too many of these watches with unreadable dials. Not only do I find this infuriating, but very insulting to the consumer. I don't even remember recommending the PCAT when I did the review. I'm fairly sure I didn't recommend it. Given that I don't follow PCAT watch prices, I have no idea how to answer Alex's question, but let me summon the watch oracle for an answer to Alex's question. I gotta get prepared mentally. I gotta get into the space. Oh, oh, Vija! Vija! I summon you, Vija, the almighty watch oracle! What price would you be willing to comfortably recommend the PCAT for purchase, Vija? $10,000. The oracle has spoken. Thanks, oracle. You're awesome. I'm only shipping to the US and Canada. I provide free shipping to anyone in US territory. If you live in Canada, I charge an additional $10 shipping fee. I've reviewed all the watches that I'm selling. Their condition hasn't changed since I've reviewed them. All watches come in their original boxes with their original papers. With exception to the Invicta, I've sized all the watches to fit my slightly over 7-inch wrist. I've included the removed links with the watches. If you ask me a question about a watch that you can easily look up or I've answered in my review, I won't answer these type of questions, and I recommend that you watch the review. Be an informed consumer. When a watch sells, I remove the listing from the description. When I've gotten rid of all the watches, I'll pin a comment indicating that the sale is over. If you're satisfied with your purchase, and I'm sure you will be, please leave a comment indicating that you had a good experience so that others will know that I'm an honest watch seller and that I deliver on time. I accept Venmo and PayPal. If you pay using PayPal, payment type must be for friends and family. I'll ship your watch by the next business day. The first two watches are quartz, the rest are automatics. I'll start off with the Kuni. It's in good condition and comes with a squished up screwdriver. I'm selling it for the insanely low price of $100. I must be completely mental to sell it for so cheap. The next watch is the Invicta Carbon Hawk. I'm selling it for only $50. There's scratches on the polished areas, especially on the sides of the case. There's nothing you can do about this. This watch wants to be scratched. I never sized the bracelet. You better buy this Carbon Hawk quick, as it's got so much carbon in it that it's likely to catch fire under dry weather conditions. I'm selling this Cadison for $20. I'm fire selling it because it's a lousy watch and I don't want to piss anyone off. The watch works fine and it's in good condition, but as I stressed in the review, the crystal has an obscene amount of glare. Someone with the right equipment could probably just replace the crystal with a cheap crystal that's actually readable. Or you could use it as a cheap beater. It's a diver, so you can use it for swim practice. I'm not even going to bother selling this watch on eBay if no one's interested. I'll just keep the watch so that I could have a spare NH35A movement. The next watch is the Baller. It's in great condition, but as I stated in my review, it's running 40 seconds slow a day. This watch is a real looker. It's going to make you look and feel very sophisticated. It did for me, really. I'm selling the Baller for $80. I must be mad. I'm selling my Baldy for $120. I barely handled this Baldy, but as I've stated in the review, it's a scratch magnet. In the right light, you can see a fair amount of scratches. The watch is, however, perfectly fine. Please like, please subscribe.